A true life story. Why you should be very careful what church you attend, and so-called men of God you follow. A must read. My name is Chidubem Okwu. I am a pastor, but I have disappointed God and I really don't know where to begin to tell my story. I must tell you the truth. I can't really say if I have a call or not. I was a Sunday school teacher in my church for 9 years at Kaduna. In 1999, I was led to start a church, but from the experiences I have gathered now, I cannot say that I was actually led by the Holy Spirit to start that church. As at 2008, I was not making any progress both spiritually and materially. I saw many churches which began several years after mine, and they were making waves and are still making progress. At a point, I did not know what to do again. And after discussing with my wife, I decided to approach the general overseer of a church that began 7 years after I started my ministry and explain to him that personally I was not making any headway, and same with my ministry. My ministry would grow up to 200 people, and after a short period it would shrink to 50 people, and at times it will grow to 150 and shrink to 40 people. I approached him because the growth in his church was fast. He began his church in 2006, and by 2012 he was recording 11,000 people on a Sunday service, and he was also making good money and riding in big cars, including the latest Jeeps. After listening to me, he promised to help me solve my problem. He said I needed to be empowered and that it was going to cost me some money. Besides, I need to have a big and strong heart. Then he asked me if I have got a strong heart, and I told him that I have, as long as it is not going to involve killing a fellow human being. He asked me thrice if I have a strong heart, and I consistently gave him the same answer. Again, he asked me if I want a single empowerment or double empowerment, and I asked him which one is better, and he said double empowerment was better, but it will cost me a lot of money, and that after the empowerment I was going to be told how to maintain and renew the power. This time I became afraid, and I asked him if the maintenance and renewal involved any ritual. He said no, that whatever the renewal and maintenance will involve are just normal things that I was already doing, so I should not be afraid. He said I should go and raise 350,000 naira, which I had to borrow from my wife. The next day, I handed over the money, and he asked me to go and get ready that we shall be going to Lagos and Port Harcourt. I got ready and we took flight from Abuja to Lagos that same day. In Lagos, we lodged at the guest house of a big ministry, and at 11:30 p.m. we went out in a private car to the bar beach. At the bar beach, we were at the bank when he spoke some unknown language and told me that a woman was going to come out of the water and that I should do whatever she says. As soon as he said that, there was rumbling on the surface of the water and a mermaid came out of it. The general overseer told me not to be afraid, that the mermaid would not harm me. So I picked courage when I saw her. When she came to the surface of the water, the lower part of her body was like that of a fish. My eyes were transfixed to the lower part, and as she was getting closer to me, it became human. Then she came to me and asked me to have sex with her, which I did in the presence of the general overseer. After having sex with her, she put her hand in her vagina and made a sign of the cross on my forehead and my palm and told me that she had empowered me and that I would see the difference. The mermaid left me, went to the general overseer, and brought out a golden cross and chain from her stomach and wore it on the neck of the general overseer, who gave her some money. The mermaid thanked him and went back to the sea. All the time she spoke in English language. That afternoon, as I was sleeping, that same mermaid I had sex with at the bar beach came to me in my dream and told me that to maintain and also constantly renew the power, I must be having sex with the Virgin once every month. So this jolted me out of sleep. I went to the general overseer's room to explain what I saw and heard in my dream, and he said that it was no problem. When I asked him how I was going to be getting the virgins, he was going to assist me get them, but I needed to pay for his service. Honestly, Apostle, after this